to the Bachelor's in Sports and Exercise. Now, I find this program really fascinating because I've been doing a little bit of reading about it, and you're obviously the associate dean, and a professor in that area. Now, tell us, what is this bachelor's made of? What are students studying in this program?
Thank you. So there's three different aspects to the Bachelor of Sport and Exercise. One part is easy to understand. It's the physical education. So if you want to become a PE teacher, you do 3 years of this bachelor, and then you do a 1 year certificate afterwards, and then you can become registered PE teacher in New Zealand. The second part is sport development, and that is about either developing sporting organizations for the masses or developing individuals to be able to develop sport for people. So it's the development of sport or the development for sport. We cover that. It's bits of business, bits of sociology and coaching, and so on. Then the third part is the exercise prescription. So that's like the science of sport. So we cover things like nutrition, exercise performance, psychology, biomechanics, and things like that. Really delving down into how to perform better and how to make people exercise more, or how to offset disease states like metabolic syndrome and things like that. So there's three different aspects. One's the teaching, one's a sort of management development, and one's the science behind it.
So if I understand this correctly, so these are all the three parts of the program that they study, or are these majors that they can choose? So just can you clarify that for us, please?
Yeah, there are three different majors. So for the Bachelor of Sport and Exercise, there are three separate majors. In the first year, it's quite similar, and then in the second and third years, they go in to specialize in one of those three different areas.
Okay. When does the placement or the internship bit start in the courses? In the last year? How does Massey play a role? And if you can give us some examples of students and where they've kind of done some internships, just to, people that are listening, just to give them some perspective around this.
That's great. Thank you for that question. So it's in the last year. The work integrated learning is in the last year where they have to do practicums, and there's a couple of different ones that they can do. And so some of our students will go and work for sporting organizations like the New Zealand Rugby or New Zealand Football or hockey. Some of them might go to work in hospitals and looking at exercise for health. Others might work in a gym type environment, and others could potentially even work for large health organizations who offer green prescriptions or who offer more holistic health measures in conjunction with physio or nutrition or whatever else. So there's some types of them, and we work with various types of organizations who take on regular students. So we do have good relationships with these organizations, and we can find the right fit for our students.
And is this a 3-year degree program?
Yes, that's right. So it's a 3-year degree program that then leads on to a Master of Health Science for Sport and Exercise. Okay.
Or you can finish your 3 years, take your post-study work visa for 3 years, and really get out there and look for a job, and then give yourself a chance. Yeah.
And the other thing I just want to add then is that we have world-leading researchers at the university as well, and some of our students also help, like myself, help with our research projects, and then that can give them really very valuable experience working with large health organizations or working with sporting organizations from a slightly different route, as opposed to directly working in the organization itself, but through the research angle and working in that path. So we've got lots of different options for them.
That's brilliant.